Hello, colors. Welcome back to Viva Barca, and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to discuss on some interesting update. We start with this transfer report claiming that Barca Sporting Director Deco is targeting three key signings in 2024. We are going to discuss more on that development as we move ahead. Secondly, talking about Clement Lenglet as Barca are reportedly considering recalling their loanee from Premier League club Aston Villa due to lack of game time. We are also going to be discussing more on that. So as we get right into the full stories, please do ensure to subscribe, turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Even though we are just a few months into the new season, plans for the next summer are already underway at FC Barcelona. Led by Director Deco, the sporting department at the club is already working on identifying the areas of the squad that need strengthening and drawing up possible options and targets for those positions. Now, Sport is reporting that Deco has plans to make three key strategic signings for Barcelona come 2024, which should put the team in a solid position in terms of squad strength and balance. So, the idea is that Barca manager Xavi Hernandez should have two reliable options for every position on the pitch. That has not been the case with the pivot midfield position this season, with summer signing Oriol Romeo being the only natural option in that role. The Spaniard was never going to be a long-term solution, and his form has also waned a bit of late, which is why Deco and Co are already working on bringing in a young pivot midfielder into the roster next year. Apart from the defensive midfield position, Deco also wants to sign two new fullbacks, one for each side, irrespective of whether Joao Cancelo's stay is made permanent. Both Sergio Roberto and Marcos Alonso are out of contract at the end of the season, and a renewal is unlikely, leaving the space for a new fullback to come into the roster. Why market opportunities will be explored, the option of betting on in-house talents is not ruled out, which would open the doors for loanees like Alex Valle and Julian Araujo. Of course, apart from the three aforementioned positions, Xavi and Barcelona would also like to bring in a new winger, but only if the conditions permit for such a move. Ansu Fati will return from his loan spell at Brighton and Wolf Albion, but could be shipped off in a permanent transfer as he is not counted upon. Xavi has always wanted to bring in a natural left winger to strengthen his attacking unit, but the options that Barca like are out of reach, financially speaking. But if there are any major sales, the avenue will definitely be explored. Of course, Barcelona have some positions that we expect them to go all out to strengthen by next summer. If all things are well in terms of finances, we all know we always have setbacks when it comes to, adjusting our squad, bringing in talented players that, who come to strengthen the squad. We don't have that means. For a long time now, Barca have been renowned for their poor financial state, which have crippled the club. From the last administration of Bartomeu, things till now have not been the way it was. Laporta has had a very difficult task since becoming the president of Barca for the second term. So as things stand right now, Deco is in serious work, and I love the fact that he's always there to identify those areas that need strengthening, and he's always on alert because these reports have already outlined four positions that the new sporting director have identified that should be the priority for next transfer window. the two fullback position, that is the left back and the right back. Then we have a new left winger, if possible. Then, very importantly, very importantly, a new defensive midfielder or a pivot midfielder. You can call it anyway, as Otto Romeo does not look like the man who should hold that position, especially after his poor performances lately. So those are the four positions that Xavi and Deco really wants to pounce on in the next summer in order to ensure that the team regains strength and balance. Um, let's see how it goes for Barca, because honestly, we don't have too much of a squad depth. That's it. We don't have that squad depth that we should have. If we really want to go out there to be strong and compete in all competitions, you should have squad depth in your team. We don't have it. We don't have it. And that, even though that doesn't justify the fact that we have been playing rubbish this season, but we need to go all out and strengthen the team in order to have, because now not only you strengthen the team but also having the team in good hands. I really just hope Javi should try to correct his mistake, because seeing the way we have been playing lately, it is quite disturbing. Then on to the final story of discussion. During the summer, it was important for FC Barcelona to get rid of Clement Lenglet by any means, as they were not in a position to bear his full salary due to the financial fair play regulations. After attempting to sell him to Tottenham Hotspur and Al Nassr, the Catalans finally ended up loaning the French centre-back to Aston Villa in the Premier League. The Villains signed Lenglet on a season-long loan deal with no purchase option, while accepting to take up 75% of his wages, which came as a relief for Barca. The hope was that the club could offload him permanently next summer if he plays regularly at Villa, which would help him attract suitors. However, that is not how things have gone for Lenglet at Aston Villa, with his situation leading to growing concerns at Barcelona. Indeed, the 28-year-old has hardly played for Unai Emery's side so far this season, which has now prompted Barca to consider the possibility of recalling him midway through the season. Sport is reporting that Barcelona are mulling over the idea of bringing him back from Aston Villa in January to loan him out to a La Liga club if regulations permit. The Catalans' predicament is understandable, considering that Lenglet has played just 3 times for Villa this season, with all his appearances coming in the Europa Conference League. The Frenchman has not played a single minute of Premier League football this season, with Emery preferring Pau Torres ahead of the Barcelona. Despite the situation being as it is, the report adds that both Villa and Lenglet himself are fairly content with the situation and believe that it can be turned around for the positive in the coming weeks. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.